Hey everybody, it's Mike here, that reseller guy, coming to you with another video today on a Monday. And you know what Monday means? That's a what sold video with a little bit of a thrift haul. I was on vacation. Let's talk about all that. Let's get going. All right, so yeah, I took a nice little vacation with my wife. My daughter was on a school band trip. So she was out of town for 3 nights. We got to go out on our own as well. We went up to Prescott, Arizona, spent some time up there. First vacation that we've had, just the two of us, in quite a while. So that was pretty nice. Get away and just kind of relax a little bit. We didn't do too much. We did a little bit of thrifting. I mean, you know, we have some time to kill up there during the days. Did a little bit of TV watching. Probably had a few adult beverages. And just had a nice relaxing time up there. So I'm back. We were gone Wednesday and through the week. Well, we came back on Saturday. So I had my store on vacation mode. So I actually have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We have 5 days worth of orders to ship out. But what was weird is Saturday, nothing. The other days were fine. Saturday was a zero. Zero on Saturday. eBay turned my store off for 1 day. So they punished me again for not listing for those days. Not too bad though. 21 orders, something like that, for about $800. So not too bad considering I was out of town, vacation mode, nothing on Saturday. So we got a bunch of stuff to sell. Now, one of the nice things is because I was on vacation, I wasn't paying any attention to YouTube, to eBay, to anything. So I wasn't sending out any offers. So most of the sales that came in during those days were full price sales. Of course, when I got back, I sent out a bunch of 10% offers and sold a few things there too. So we got thrifted goods, we got cards, we got a little bit of everything today. Some cool and unique stuff. So you're definitely going to want to see what sold for what prices and some of the cool stuff that I picked up while we were out of town. We'll talk about that too. So yeah, let's get into the sales first. I'm going to show the card stuff first. I'm not doing these on that card guide channel. So this is the only place that you'll see these card sales. My card guide channel, if you don't know, I have a second channel, third channel and fourth channel, but the second channel is called That Card Guide. We just got to 1,000 subscribers about a month ago. If you haven't checked it out, go do that. Go watch some videos over there, help support that channel, all that good stuff. I always appreciate all of you that are doing that. But yeah, a lot of times I'll show my card sales over on there, but I've been doing a lot of haul videos over there. Bought a bunch of stuff. I got like 3 or 4 videos more lined up, ready to go with some other cool information on that channel. So please go support all the channels, all that stuff. I don't ask a whole lot of y'all. You do it for me anyways, right? All right, sales. That's what I'm talking about. See, this one's not a card, but it's sports related. This is another one of these bat knob decals. I've talked about these a few times. It's a consignment deal I do with a friend of mine. These came from broken bats from the spring training facilities here in Arizona. This is a Dodgers number 95. If you have a high number, that means you're a minor leaguer. We sell these for $10. We split the net proceeds, which is usually like $4.50, something like that each. He gave me a bunch of these, so I probably sold, I don't know, 20 of these since we've been doing that. So making a little money on those. I think that was the only consignment item I sold this weekend. We sold a couple last week that you guys never got to see, a couple cool bats. Maybe I'll throw one of them up here because it was a really good bat. I think it was Daniel Descalso. I think that's who it was. I think it was his bat. I'll throw that up. That one sold for nearly $200. So that's why I'm doing these consignment deals. It's not just all $4 here, $4 there. There's some good money too. All right, sold some cheap cards. You know, I've been selling some cheap cards recently, trying to get the quantity sales, which we did get one of those too. But we sold the Mike Schmidt card at $1987 opening day. That sold for $1.49, free shipping, blah, blah, blah. Cheap sale. I did sell a Magic the Gathering card, Arcane Denial, I think is that what it says on there? $3 card, $2.99. Those are both going to go eBay standard envelope. This next one I got at the local auction. Talked about it a lot in the past, not nearly as much because they're closed now. Mesa Auction. I used to buy a lot of stuff from Mesa Auction. I was one of the few sports guys that went there, so I always was able to know exactly what it was worth and get some good stuff there. This might be the last item that I have that I bought at Mesa Auction. And it's been in my store for quite a while now. I had 2 of these. It's Claire. That is Bob. Where is it? Well, let's see. We'll go there. Bob Gibson. This is like a 1965 Topps Transfers. Did I get it right? Something like that. I don't know too much about these. Vintage isn't necessarily my specialty. I know enough just to know enough. I had it in my store for $20. I sent out a bunch of offers on stuff that's been in my store for a while. Sent 30% off discounts, and I think this was the only one that sold. Actually, there might have been one more. But I think I got, let's see, it was $26 off, $13.99. I think that's what it worked out. It got like $14. That's a lot of talking about one little thing. But yeah, it's kind of cool. It's kind of one of those rare items from the mid 60s that not a lot. I honestly didn't really even know exactly what it was. I had to ask a friend for a little help to figure out what that was. All right, I talked about quantities of cards, and this was another one. Joe Montana. I've sold a bunch of these Pro Set cards. I've actually sold 30 of these cards now, but this person bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I had one person buy like 20 of them or something last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was. So that's what I'm trying to do on these cheap cards, is hopefully people will buy quantities and actually make it worth it. So they're spending like, I think it's about $6 shipped for these 5 cards. I can still go eBay standard envelope. I'll put it in there. I'll put it in a thick top loader, and it'll still get there safely. So we'll do that. $5.55, I think is what the amount was. Ooh, all right. I talk too fast sometimes, don't I? All right, Ken Griffey Jr. graded cards. I've been selling off part of my collection of Griffey cards. This might be about the cheapest Griffey graded card that I had. It's a 19. Oh, God, that glare. It's bright outside today, and that's why the room's kind of lit. I went with a red theme today just because I was wearing red shirt. Baseball season's going to be starting here pretty soon. Got my D-backs gear on. Go D-backs. I need to get a logo for that, like my Go Bills. So, yeah. Ken Griffey Jr. card. This is 93 Topps PSA 9. I think it sold for $13, $14, something like that. You can't even get a card graded for that price, so that's a bargain of a card, especially Ken Griffey Jr. One more cards thing over here. I don't know. What was I saying? All right. This is a complete set. This is a complete set. Crown Royale Baseball 1999. These are great looking cards. They're just not real high demand. The base sets from these Crown Royale just, yeah, there's not a lot of demand out there for them, but they sell pretty well. I think I got $30 for the set. Is that what it was? $29.99. I'm going to double check. I'm going to check on the screen. I know most of my prices today, but for some reason this one I didn't remember. $29.99. It was actually the first thing that sold on Wednesday while we were out of town. So I got to get this shipped out fast. He's been waiting like 5 days to see the item shipped. So yeah, $30 for that little set. All right, now let's get into the fun stuff back here. Why call this the fun stuff? Because this is the stuff that was found at like thrift stores for cheap that I'm buying for $3 and $5 and selling for much more than $3 and $5. All right, first up, we have a Lego set. A couple weeks ago, my wife and I spent like a weekend basically putting a lot of these Lego sets together that I've been finding that week at Goodwill's. I've been finding a ton of these Lego friend sets. For whatever reason, maybe people got them at Christmas, put them together, then didn't know what to do with them and took it to Goodwill afterwards. I don't know, but I got like 4 or 5 Lego Friends sets just that week. This is number 41135. It's like Liv's Party House or Rockstar House, or I don't know. I don't know if it was complete. It doesn't really matter. You'll see in the pop-up. I don't need to go back and look at the screen. So I take it back apart, or at least mostly take it apart to ship it. And I think this sold for, I'm guessing now. I'm completely guessing. I don't remember what it sold for. I'm going to say $25, but it could have been $30 or $35. You'll see the pop-up and you'll know. And I won't know until I go to ship it and look at the screen again. But we sold that for some amount of money more than what I paid for that. That's usually the goal, at least in reselling. All right, this next one I think is pretty cool too. Maybe some of you won't care, but this jumped out at me. So I saw this at a thrift store, and it was a Whatnot jersey. It's a Whatnot baseball jersey that says Seller 01 on the back. Yeah, I would have kept it if I've been selling on Whatnot. I thought that would have been kind of cool, but I really haven't been doing that. So I figured I'd go ahead and list it on eBay. There was none out there on eBay. Put out my store for $30. I think this was one of the items that sold for 10% off though and got like 27. But yeah, just thought that was pretty cool. A Whatnot jersey. Hadn't seen one before. All right, we're going to keep going down the line of stuff here. And this is a scrapbooking kit. I found 3 of these one day at a thrift store. They were all Disney. That's the reason why I bought it. You can see Epcot Center there. And it's got a bunch of scrapbooking stuff inside. And oddly enough, that's where my daughter was on her vacation. She went to Disney World. Can you imagine in high school getting to go on a Disney World trip? Ridiculous. When I was a kid, we didn't get to go to Disneyland. We went to football camp in San Diego. That was the one trip. 2 days in San Diego. I had to practice and play football the whole time. It wasn't fun. She got to go to Disneyland. 3 days at the parks. Kids these days. Anyway, I bought 3 of these for like $2 a piece one day at a thrift store. I think I had this at What do I have at I don't know. Vacation messed me up. I don't know how to do this YouTube stuff anymore. I think I had it at like 15 bucks. I don't know. You'll see the pop-up. You'll know what I sold it for. Oh, what else back here? Rocky the Roadrunner bobblehead. Phoenix Roadrunners, former minor league hockey team here in Arizona. I don't know if they're still playing. They moved down to Tucson for a little while and we're playing down there. Maybe they're still in existence. I don't really know. I haven't been to a game in forever. But when I was young, many years ago, my father and I used to go to a lot of these Roadrunners games. So this is their mascot, Rocky. I think this sold for, I'm not looking at the screen today. I keep going over there because I know that's what I always do. I'm going to say I sold it for 20 bucks. Maybe $21.99. There was something today that sold for $21.99. So we'll say it was that. All right, I sold some tennis balls, brand new sealed tennis balls. The only reason why is check these things out. These are called Peppers, Wilson Peppers, and they're this crazy color. So I couldn't imagine playing tennis with these. So I had to buy it. I knew I wasn't going to make a ton on them. I think I paid like $5 for this. Maybe this is what sold for $21.99. I don't know. Something today sold for $21.99. This sold for some amount that you'll see on the screen here when the pop-up comes on there. Maybe you already saw it. I don't know. All right, I sold Giggle McDimples. Giggle McDimples. I have no idea who that is. Here, this has been my thumbnails. It's me going this and going. So maybe that'll be my thumbnail today. Maybe you saw what my thumbnail is going to be. This is a little playset. Opens up. Got this little playset inside. This does not have like the little figures and stuff that go in there. So I just closed that. Pretty cool. It's something that I bought for $1 or $2 at a thrift store, and I think it sold for $12, $13, somewhere in that range. Okay, this next sale was a multi-quantity sale. And when I bought these at the thrift store, I actually didn't even buy all they had. They had a couple more bags of these. Someone must have donated like a whole case of them or something. I didn't know if they would ever sell. The sales through rate. I can't talk after vacation. I come back on that Monday, even though I've been back for a day and a half. I'm not ready to work yet. I am not ready to do all this stuff. Anyway, I'm going to do it. A bunch of these Super Shuttle vans. Super Shuttle went out of business. I think they pretty much got put out of business once Uber and Lyft and all those companies started. But this used to be how you got from the airport to wherever you were going. You either called a cab or you took a Super Shuttle. Been on many of them through the years. So they did a few different year versions, and this one's like 2015. So you can see how long ago this was. Someone bought 4 of them. Yeah, they do railroading stuff. I think they said they do O-scale railroading, and they had a cool, must have had like an airport set up, and these would fit in the garage really well. So I'm happy to help him send those. I'm happy to sell him these 4. I'm going to message him and ask him to send me a picture of it once he gets it all done. I think that'll be kind of cool, and I'll show you a little update of his little O-scale railroad setup once he gets these Super Shuttles in there. Now, when I bought them, I had like 20 of them. Yeah, like 20 of them. I paid about $1 a piece. They put them in these big bags at the Goodwill, and I didn't buy them all because I didn't think they would all eventually sell. I put a few in my booth at $5 a piece, and I've sold a few of those, and I think I have 4 more to go. So this actually sold through them much better than I expected, which is good. It's always good to be surprised when you think something isn't going to sell. And I still bought it. The price was too good to pass it up. So I'm happy that they did sell, even though I thought they might not. Football cards. I told you I was done with cards, but not the full boxes of cards. I was only done with the single cards. This is 1994 Topps football. This was an item that I bought down at a card show down in Tucson a few weeks back. A buddy of mine went down there, and I didn't buy a whole lot except for a bunch of boxes of cards. Got some good deals on some of these. Oh, and I don't remember the price on this. I'm going to say it was $60. I think it was $59.99, and I paid $15 for this. So I got a really good deal on a couple of these. I was originally going to put all this into my collectibles booth, but I don't like putting boxes that are that expensive in my booth. I'd rather just sell them on eBay. They go a little better there. So I'm going to say I got 60, but I'm going to, whatever that amount is in the pop-up, that's exactly what I got. So it could have been 60, could have been 70. Who knows? All right, another sports item here. Last week, I got some items authenticated by JSA. Yeah, they were in town doing some authentication, so I had a handful of items that I got done for me and a friend of mine. Hopefully he's getting his items listed and sold too, but I already sold one. Did I sell one before you did? I hope I did sell one before you, B-Rap. Mine's not very expensive though. So JSA authenticated. You got the sticker on the back of this American League Baseball, and this is Raleigh Fingers, most known for his days with the Oakland A's in the 70s, but everybody knows him for that big curly mustache with a little pop-up of Raleigh Fingers, just in case you don't know who he is. Cool baseball. Now, the story with this is I actually had it in my eBay store already listed, not authenticated. His signature is very consistent. I'll show it to you again. Hard to duplicate this. I don't know if I've ever heard of a fake Raleigh Fingers autograph out there. But it hadn't sold, so it was in my store for $30. I've been in there for a little while. I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get it authenticated, see if I can get the sale there. So I did have it in my store for $30, not authenticated. Once I got it authenticated, I only bumped up the price to $35. The ball isn't super clean. Now, this was a super clean white, a pearl as it's called by some collectors, just meaning that it is perfect white. I probably could have got $40 to $50 for it, but as it sat, I got $34 or $35.99, whatever it shows on the screen. So it was great. That was been in my inventory for a little bit. That's where I keep all the autographed baseballs, right there. So I took an item that wasn't getting sold, got authenticated, and it sold the next week. So I like when that kind of stuff happens. I wish that happened on all the stuff that I got authenticated, but first sale, I think I only got like 6 items done, so I didn't get a lot. Whew, all right, talking a lot. I'm not in game shape. Took a vacation. Had a few too many adult beverages and a lot of bad food while I was out of town. So this week I got to get back to the gym and get back to eating right. All right, next sale, 58 Corvette Roadster Revell model kit. A lot of these model kits can be good. Some can be junk. If you go to Walmart, at least around Christmas time, they had a whole display of model kits for like $15 a piece. So just because you find a new sealed one in the store doesn't mean that it's going to be worth a ton. This one happened to be, I went to go look at the screen again. Habits. What did I sell this for? $30? $20? It's in the pop-up. I sold it for something more than I paid for it again. That's what we're trying to do. All right, couple items down here on the ground. Whoa, oh, stuff's falling. Stuff's falling. Woo, it still fell. All right, Panini Flawless Collegiate Collection Football 2021. He said, Mike, you're done with sports cards. There's no sports cards in here. You know what this is? Now, those of you that haven't been around cards at all, this is kind of crazy. So they sold this box in a suitcase. You would open up this fancy suitcase, and there's foam inside, and they put your card packs or your cards in here because you only got a few cards total. In this box, I don't even know what they're going for now. I'm gonna see if I can find one on eBay. This stuff's pretty rare. I think these were like $500 or $750 or $1,000 just for one of these with the card boxes inside. That's why they put this fancy presentation to go with it. They spent more, I think, on the presentation than they really needed to. But this was the leftover case from someone who opened one of these. I bought this at the local auction for like $5. I sold it for $20 on eBay, and it's been in my store a long time, and I was at the point where I thought I might just donate it and get rid of it because after a year if it didn't sell, I don't know. Sometimes I want to get rid of those larger items, but it did sell $20 for that. The item that fell, let me pick it up. It's not going to be a big deal because it's getting shipped. What the heck's going on today? Ring the gong. Is a kite, a unicorn kite. We got this cool unicorn kite. Big kite. I bought 3 of these one day at a thrift store for, I think it was $4 a piece. Now, when I got these, I said, I'm not going to have a box the right size for these, nor do I want to make one. So I even put in the listing, I am just going to put the shipping label on this box. I've sold one of these already. It got shipped off. That one got there fine. So hopefully this one too. It's only going to Idaho, Arizona to Idaho. I'm going to ship it UPS just because of the size of this box. And I think I got $30 shipped for this. So it's going to cost me probably, since it's only going to Idaho, it's probably only cost me like $9 or something to go up there. It's not heavy. It's just that it's got that length. That's why I don't want to ship it with the post office. But let me see if I can put it over there where it doesn't fall or doesn't ring a gong, wherever the heck that gong came from. All right, here's the last sale. And then after this, we're going to show you some stuff that I did pick up while thrifting. I did find some stuff up there while we were, out of town. I try to avoid social media and pictures and all that. So I try to relax as much as I can when we're out of town. But after you wake up in the morning and have a little breakfast and you go have some lunch somewhere where you eat way too much food. By the way, I had the most fabulous brisket sandwich that I think I've ever had while we were up there. It was amazing at a little barbecue place in downtown Prescott. So if you're ever up in Prescott, Arizona, go to that barbecue place, order the brisket sandwich, and you will not be sorry. That thing was amazing. I swear it had like 1.5 pounds of brisket on there. I think I'm still full from that, and that was on Friday. Anyways, Wish I could eat that brisket sandwich every day. Bo Peep. I think I showed this in a video last week or the week before where I had a nice little thrift haul from one store where I found multiple items that were about $100. And this one here, she still works. Let's see.
It'll be okay. I promise.
She promises. She promises it'll be okay. So, know what? She knows. Bo Peep knows. I'll give you one more. I know. What else does she say, Mike? Here we go.
Forget what you're supposed to be and be who you are.
Good sound advice from Bo. All right. This sold for $90. I had it at $100. This was one of the items that I did send a discount on, 10%. So sold it for $90. Yeah, I bought it. It was like $4 or $6. It was pretty cheap to sell it for $90. Sold it for $90. That's great. All right, so that was the sales. I have a few things sitting around. Where are they? All right. Let me look down here. I'm off camera. I know. Ooh, all right, I need a quick drink break. I don't have a fancy bottle or anything today. I think I'm drinking Zevia. This is Zevia Cherry Cola. Yeah, it's pretty good. I highly recommend Zevia. I'm trying to get that sponsorship deal still. Nobody's calling. All right, when we go to thrift stores out of town, a lot of them are small charity ones. We went to a couple different ones that were for like animal rescues. There are 3 Goodwills actually up in Prescott and Prescott Valley, combined 3 total, and some other smaller ones. So one particular one of the animal rescue thrift stores, they actually had a stack of little video games. They actually had quite a few. They probably had like 30 of them, but most of them were either sports titles or had scratch discs. The games were $3 a piece. Now, I bought 6 of them. Some of them are not making much money on, but whenever I go in these stores, I always want to buy something just to support the charity, do whatever I can. So some of these games I bought for $3 and I'm selling for $5. So will I make something on them? Yes, but not a lot. But it keeps inventory in my booth, which video games sell fairly well in my booth. I'm selling multiple usually every week. So we got Borderlands. Oh, that glare. Borderlands 2 for the PS3. $5 game. So paid $3, selling it for $5. Same with BioShock 2 for PS3. We got Big Little Planet. Cute little guy. He kind of reminds me of Groot. We all know I got my Groot stuff. Oh, you can't even see Groot. You got to say hi to Groot. Groot. All right. This one is $7. So that one's a little better. SOCOM 3 for the PS2, $6. $6. Double money on there. These next 2 are better. So we got Jack and Daxter. That one just didn't have the manual. So that's $9. If it was complete, probably $11, $12. The big winner, this one, Shadow of the Colossus for PS2, priced it at $15. You can see this one I actually did put a security tag on. I shrink wrap all of the games to make sure that nothing gets stolen out of the games when they're in my booth. So that one's $15. I think when I looked it up on price charting, it was like $17. So I like to price mine just below price charting. I have a little sign in my booth that says all video games priced below price charting. So that kind of helps people to look at those games, know that I'm going to have them priced fairly. Because if you go to some booths, and that got me to another thing. Let me continue on with this. But when you go to some booths, they have some crazy prices. I've been finding some crazy prices at antique malls. And I'm going to show, when we're in Prescott, there's quite a few little antique shops, little collectible shops. And I just go in there and laugh half the time at some of the prices on them. There's one booth in particular that they've been there forever, so they must sell a lot of stuff. I'll show you a picture of the booth. They have comics, records, and some sports cards. And it's just kind of a disaster on the floor. I don't know how you'd look through the stuff very well. But like I said, they've been there every time that we've been up there, and we've been going up to Prescott for many, many years now. And they sell their stuff. So or at least they make money, or they keep their booth open, whatever. But I'm going to show you a little close-up. They had some sports cards. They had one little row of sports cards, all individual cards. And these were like the stuff that I donate to stores because it's trash cards. Not that they're in bad condition, just nobody collects these. They had all their cards priced at $3 a piece. $3 for any card that they had there. I wanted to ask the shop if they ever sell cards out of there, because honestly, I don't like people when they rip people off on cards. I don't think it's the right thing to do. Now, I realize people can price it whatever they want, and it's up to the other person. If they want to buy it for $3, that's all up to them. Maybe they say, hey, Billy likes the Chicago Blackhawks. Here's a Chicago Blackhawks card. I'm going to buy it for him for $3. And, they think their grandson's going to love it. But they don't. I like giving good deals and selling cards at a fair price. That's just me. People can do whatever they want in their booths. But there's some crazy prices of stuff. I've been taking a few pictures out at my collectibles booth of some stuff that's been crazy price. I don't even know where people come up with the ideas of some of these prices. And that's probably why they're not selling a whole lot. And that's why I think I sell the kind of volume that I do out of my little booth. Ooh, I got on a little tangent there, but you guys know what I mean. You guys have been to Collectibles Mall and you see some stuff and you're just like, what are they thinking? How is that ever going to sell? There's a reason why people don't make their booth rent every month. You got to sell stuff. All right, there's more stuff. There is more stuff. I got this guy back here, my little desktop guy. I thought this was pretty cool. This was another thrift store item from a different pet rescue. This really cool. Oh, can you see it? Snoopy and Woodstock. They're in space. I already got my store price tag on there. I'm going to price it at $17.50. If you look on eBay, these are selling between $15 to $25 plus shipping. So $17.50 is a pretty fair price. This is in great shape. I wish I had the box. It's an older Hallmark snow globe, but I paid $5 for that one as well. At that same one, they had 3 of these cool beer trays. I haven't found any of these in quite a while. So we got Schlitz, we got Corona, and this other Coors one. Now, these are priced at $12 a piece. They're not worth a whole lot. This side actually looks pretty cool. This would look pretty cool mounted up on someone's man cave or something. This side, not so much. You got the, I don't know, meats and the beer, but yeah, that side looks pretty cool. The Schlitz one, little bit worn, but not too bad. Again, the back side of that. This Coors one, I think I'm going to just redonate because I went to put my price tag on it, and I realized I put the wrong price tag on it, so I pulled it off, and you can see right here, it pulled off some of the paint. It's got some smudge here that I wasn't able to clean off, plus the back was the worst of the 3 on this one. So I'm just going to redonate this one. Yeah, I could probably throw it in my booth, throw it maybe out there for $5 or something and get my money back, because I paid $5 for each of these. I didn't say that already. So I paid $15, and I'll sell a couple of these for $12 a piece. So I'll sell, once they sell, I'll still make a little bit of money, but yeah, that Coors one was a little too beat up for my booth. Another store, I found a couple Oakland Raiders mugs. Boo, Raiders, go Bills. But Raider stuff sells. These are brand new, so we got the little tag on this. These are ones where you put it in the freezer, and that stuff inside freezes up. I put a whopping $7.50 price tag on that one. And I'll probably do the same for this one. This one's got like liquid and floaty footballs and goalposts and stuff in there. So yeah, not big money. That paid $2 a piece for these, and I'll make $5. Okay, here's the last 2 things I found. I found another Great Wolf Lodge wand. I find these a lot. They sell. I just sold a couple of these. It was either last week or the week before. I sold a pair of them for, I think, $30, $25 or $30. I have one more listed in my store right now. This one I haven't seen before. This one's got the unicorn topper. So I've talked about these a little bit, but I'll talk about it again. So when you go to Great Wolf Lodge, they have a good game called Magic Quest. You have to pay extra for, and you have to buy the wands. Well, the wands themselves are probably $15 to $30, somewhere in that range. This one was only $1.49. It comes with a generic topper, so to get special powers during the game, you got to buy an extra topper. Of course, your kid wants the extra topper. They want those special powers when you're playing this extra game, and these, I believe, are another $10, $20, $25, something crazy. So when I find 2 of them that have really cool toppers, you see that kind of flashes. That lets me know that batteries work in it, so that's good. So $1.49 into what's going to be probably a $15-ish wand. So when I get this another one to go with it, I'll sell those. And this was another item that was $1.49 at that Goodwill. I need to find a little frame for it or something. But we got an older Phoenix Suns poster here. This is the Costa Coast brothers. Those are very popular posters. Got to see what this one's worth. I don't know if it's worth a whole lot, but we got Penny Hardaway, Jason Kidd, Cliff Robinson, and Tom Gugliotta. So some of the fun days of the Phoenix Suns. Like that one will sell pretty quickly once I get to my booth. Phoenix Sun stuff does really well here. But I think that's going to wrap it up for today. Like I said, thanks for watching. Go to my That Card Guy channel. There's more links down below if you want to check some stuff out. Actually, let me show you something real quick too. I bought this on Amazon the other day because I needed a new magnifying glass, because we all know I'm having to pick up my glasses all the time. And even so, when you're reading the small print on the back of these cards, I'm still squinting like crazy. So I have to use one of these. This thing's amazing. I don't have a link down below for this thing yet, but I will put like a little affiliate link down there. Any of those affiliate links, if you click on one and you end up buying something on Amazon, they throw me like 4 pennies. Something cheap. I'm not making much money on it, but it's kind of cool. So it has like this stand, so you can stand it up. So if you're looking at a bunch of stuff, you just leave it here, and you have hands free, and you can look. It's got this fancy light on the back, some great LEDs. If you want just the little one inside here, you got that. Pretty awesome. I thought that was great. It was like 15 bucks. The thing was cheap, so a really good deal on that. If you need help with your eyes like I do, or just reading fine print, that will help you out. But like I said, I don't have a link down below yet, but I'll do that at some point this week. So in future videos, you'll see that. All right, but yes, that wraps it up. I'm going to end it. Goodbye. Oh yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.